Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most must-see hour of YouTube programming for eFeds. This is Saturday Night Turbulence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the FTW studios. I apologize, I am not RYK. Please do not turn off your devices though. I intend to fill his giant shoes successfully and bring you an amazing episode of Saturday Night Turbulence. The theme of this evening is all about our upcoming March 5th War Games pay-per-view, where we will see LFS taking on the Elite Alliance in a War Games match, and we will see the Lifeblood and the Era of Reality finally settle their differences inside of the War Game structure as well. But tonight we need to figure out who is going to have the advantages in their War Games matches. So tonight we are going to start out with the Era of Reality and Lifeblood match number 1 to decide the advantage. We have got the Young Gun Steven Faison taking on Grimes. Let's head down to the FTW Premier Promo Ring for all the action.
Young Gun, you talk a big game, but tonight, this is where the Lifeblood shuts the entire ERO up. See, tonight, there, Young Blood, you're going up against me. You're going up against James Grimes, the Dictator of Destruction, the Master of Massacres. And what you did to Briggy and Josh Steele will not go unpunished. See, tonight, you get to question how far you're willing to push your body to take another man down. I know exactly how far I'm willing to go. Tonight, one man is going to get dragged out in a body bag, and it is going to be your sorry ass. See, you can bring all your damn weapons you want, and you can use them, you can bash them over my head, you can try and break my back. But understand, every time I hit that damn mat tonight, I'm going to get back up, look you in the face as blood drips down, and ask you for another hit. There is not a damn thing you're going to do tonight to stop James Grimes from destroying ERO. The day that you guys decided to lay your hands on Josh Steele and Briggy was the day that you guys sealed your fate as a faction. Tonight is just the beginning of the downfall of ERO. You guys say that you are the faces that started this company, that this company was built on your backs. Well, this company is going to have a new foundation laid across your carcasses as I bury all 4 of you. But tonight, their Young Gun, it starts with you. Tonight, you can light your cigarette up and you can use your red lights to look like a Billy Badass. But after tonight, you won't need those red lights anymore because I'm going to bust every vessel in your eyeballs. So every time you have to look at something, you see red, and you will remember the day you stepped foot in the ring with James Grimes. Every time you look in that mirror and you see the scars that I delivered to your body, you will realize that that was the day that you should never have woken up. That was the day you should never have laced your promo boots. That was the day that ERO met their maker. See, Young Gun, it's not going to be the cigarettes that kill you. It's going to be me. And after this match is all said and done, you will be laying in that hospital bed while the other 3 members of ERO are trying to comfort you, and you whisper to them, run away don't let Grimes get his hands on you because you don't know what that man is capable of doing. See, Young Gun, tonight, I take you out. And at War Games, it's going to be a handicap match. And we will put the rest of your family in the beds next to you. Because you fucked with my family. See, tonight, it's going to look like a racist scuffle. It's going to look like I had a hate crime, but that's not it. See, you could have been black, you could have been blue, you could have been green, you could have been orange. But the minute that you fucked with my family is the minute that you sealed your fate on this earth. See, Young Gun, you said you had your target set, right? Well, put the damn barrel to my head and pull the trigger if you're man enough. Because no matter how many times you think you're man enough to pull the trigger on James Grimes, you will quake when you look me dead in the eyes and realize that you are fucking with a man that has no fear of death. You want to put James Grimes in the ground. Understand, I will go on the ground when I am ready. But you will go on the ground tonight. And at the end of the night, you're just gonna be another dead little...
Buddha.
Hold up! You gonna get this work! You gonna get this work, nigga!
I killed you.
Hold up! You gonna get this work!
FTW Premiers Promos League. As we sit here on this beautiful afternoon, let's take stock of what's all unfolded with the story. Briggy got his ass whooped, not once, but twice. Everyone and their mama thought I went rogue when I went after Briggy, but what you don't understand is what's done in the dark always come to light. You see, FTW, y'all forgot about us. Y'all let the Elite Alliance come in and run roughshod. You let ROC, who ain't even a thing no more, come in here and run roughshod. And motherfucking LFS come in here and run roughshod. And last, but certainly not least, you let Lifeblood come in here and run roughshod in the house that the era of reality has built. And we want one thing and one thing only, and that's our fucking respect. You see, Grimes, you're just a byproduct of everything that's been going on here in FTW. And if you've been out of the loop, I'm sorry for that. But you gotta realize that when you threw your hat into this fight, the repercussions. You seen what we did to your homeboy Tonster. He got the fuck up out of here quickly. And now y'all bring in who? What's the Logan Wade? Whatever the fuck his name is. You bring him in acting like that's gonna help your chances. That ain't gonna work. You see, y'all Lifeblood motherfuckers need to realize that this isn't even personal. You were just a means to an end. You were the catalyst of all the pent-up frustration, of all the disrespect going around the era of reality's name here in FTW. And for that, you had to be taken out. Because I'll be damned if I keep on letting each and every person, each and every faction come up into the house the era of reality has built and be disrespectful. And as for you, Mr. Grimes, you need to reach down in your pit. You need to reach down in your soul. You need to bring out the grimiest, the dirtiest, the nastiest motherfucker you can bring me. Because if you don't, You will be eaten the fuck alive. And what you fail to realize is in war games, when we go 4-on-4, 2 rings, 1 cage, what are you gonna do then? I could tell you what's gonna happen. I'll give you a bit of a prediction. What's gonna happen is the era of reality is gonna decimate each man who walks into war games. We're going to annihilate each person who stands in our way until we get what we want. In Lifeblood, you will be the first to feel the wrath of the era of reality, because we ain't go nowhere. We've been right here, 10 toes down, being the lifeline of FTW. And we're gonna continue to do so. But now, we gotta take you out. And after war games, there will only be one dominant faction here in FTW. And that is the era of reality. Because when you see those 3 letters EOR, that means it's EOD, the end of your days. And as the Young Gun, you know I don't aim for nothing but the head or the heart. So Grimes, take stock to this ass whooping you just received. Save it in your Rolodex. And I want you to study. Because in 2 weeks' time, at War Games, I'm going to put the rest of you Lifeblood fucks out of your misery. Target, set, bang.
And the winner of the match is the Young Gun Steven Faison, eking out a 7-point victory over Grimes and giving Team Era of Reality the early 1-0 advantage to decide the War Games advantage on March 5th. Now let's transition to our second War Games advantage match. This one will be the only one of the evening for LFS and the Elite Alliance. Whoever wins this match will decide who has the advantage in their War Games match. Now, taking the side of LFS is going to be the Young Buck, who is going up against the Elite Alliance mystery member. And as I'm hearing, we have some words from Hodgesome, leader of the Elite Alliance, to introduce us to our mystery opponent.
FTW, the moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. You see, when Flash had to leave and go his separate ways, I knew there was only one person that I needed to complete the Elite Alliance. And boy, did I hit the jackpot. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth and final member of Elite Alliance, Tyler Woodward. This is gonna be your worst fucking nightmare.
Tyler, Young Buck Woodward. I've been watching you run your mouth for months now. I've been watching the LFS run amok here at FTW for months now, and I just couldn't sit idly by any longer on the sidelines. Now, for those of you that don't know, the leader of the LFS is trying to take this title from me, and I want to do very, very bad things to him for that. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to get to him until the pay-per-view over my organization, but I wanted to do something to hurt him before then. So I figured what better way to do that than to invade his home and take one of his proteges, one of his members of the LFS, and make an example out of him. And I figured that Tyler Woodward is the perfect person to do it to. He has all this hype. He's all in his head right now because he finally got a win. Took you long enough. And I'm going to take all that momentum that he's built and I'm going to crush it. And I'm going to show everybody that Tyler Woodward is not as good as he thinks he is. And I'm going to show everybody that the LFS is starting to crumble. It's chaos, the original pariah, and the rest of the Elite Alliance are going to demolish what is left of the LFS. And it all starts when chaos completely dominates, breaks, dismantles, and destroys the Young Buck. And Hollywood Haywood, you make sure you're paying very close attention, because what I'm going to do to him is just an appetizer for the main course that is in store for you. Tyler Woodward, Hollywood Haywood, everyone else in the LFS, you've all been put on notice because chaos is re-entering the arena. And now all of you are in very, very grave danger. I'll see all of you very, very soon.
Oh my goodness! It is Chaos! The man who has not been seen for months is back. He is with the Elite Alliance, and Tyler Woodward, sir, you have got your work cut out for you. Let's head down to the ring and see how this all plays out.
Come on. Who is it? Come on. Chaos. Right. Yeah, Hollywood is me. See who they got me facing? Yeah, they got me facing Chaos. Gotta do what I gotta do. Boys, play my entrance. Chaos. Let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Welcome back to FTW. Finally, you're here, back competing. Finally. I'm just sorry that tonight is going to be so lackluster. I'm so sorry that your return to FTW is going to be so fucking lackluster when you lose to the Young Buck. You see, Chaos, me and you are quite similar. Me and you used to have, well, I used to have a stranglehold over Last Man Standing when I was Maggle Cold Champion. When I was Maggle Cold Champion, I actually had a stranglehold over Last Man Standing. And I finally realised that when I lost my title at the Royal Rumble, I took a step back. I took a step back and surveyed the area, and I realised that I had that stranglehold. I had the stranglehold over Last Man Standing and the progression of that company. But what you are failing to realise is, just like what I just said, that you have a stranglehold over WGP. You currently have such a stranglehold over WGP that management are actually threatening to replace you. They're actually threatening to strip that title from you and take you out of the bloodbath match. That's what they're about to do. Before you even realise it, Chaos, you're going to be without a title. You're going to be without relevancy. You're going to be without that title. You're going to be out of the relevancy, and you're going to fucking crawl back to whatever hole you came from. You're going to crawl back into any hole that you can think of. But Chaos, this might be the return you were looking for. An easy win. But I'm not an easy win no more. Let's be honest here. I'm not an easy win no more. I'm not who I used to be. I'm not Mumbles no more. I'm the Young Buck. You see, I don't have to say my name too many times for it to be ring true. I don't have to say my name too many times for it to actually mean something. Chaos, tonight you might have been a mystery competitor. But tonight, you're just going to be another win in my column. Tonight, you're just going to be another win for the Young Buck, another win for Last Man Standing, another advantage in this history-making feud. Chaos, welcome back to FTW. I'm just sorry I had to do this tonight. I'm just sorry that I have had to beat you to the ground tonight so I can just get my advantage, so I can get the Last Man Standing advantage in War Games. Me and you could have just had a normal fucking match, but no, because they decided to add you into the Elite Alliance, I have to beat you senseless. And that's what I've done tonight. I have beaten you senseless. And one more thing before I go. Elite Alliance, if you want to attack me again from behind after a match, make sure you get the job done, because I'm still standing. Advantage LFS.
Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Chaos, the big bad wolf of the FTW, is here on behalf of the Elite Alliance, and I've got my eyes set on 3 little piggies and the LFS, and I'm gonna take each one of them out, one by one. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, Chaos, don't you remember how that story ends? What about that 3rd little piggy that lives in a house of bricks? Well, maybe it's time to rewrite the story. I don't care if I need to find a bundle of dynamite. When I do get to that brick house, I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow that motherfucker up if I have to. But first, I need to focus on the other 2 little piggies, and it starts with Tyler Woodward, the young swine, the young buck. The little piggy that lives in a house of straw. Now, I know it's really cliche to face somebody that's in a faction or a tag team and say that they're the weakest link, that they're the least talented person in that group. But I like to repeat the same shit that everybody else says. And to be honest, I don't need to really convince anybody of that anyway, do I? You see, people like you and people like me are very different from each other. Whenever I lose, I don't complain, I don't make excuses, I just find ways to get better. It doesn't matter if it's here in FTW or over on the other side of the Forbidden Door, where I'm running the World Title Division. I always adapt and get stronger and get better and never complain. But I've watched you for months now lose match after match after match, and you keep coming out in future matches, and half your promo is complaining about all of your previous matches that you've lost. And you wonder why you keep losing, because you keep on stepping into those matches with the loser mindset. You know, if I'm the big bad wolf of the FTW, then maybe it's time to let out the fangs. You see, Tyler Woodward, you absolutely disgust me. I've been sitting on the sidelines for months now, watching you bitch and complain about all these matches that you keep on losing. And when I saw there's an opening in the Elite Alliance, I knew that was a perfect opportunity to get back in the mix so I could get my hands on you and beat the absolute shit out of you and show everybody else in the FTW. Despite your couple of lucky wins that you finally got, took you long enough, that you're still no better than you were then. You like to ride the coattails of the other members of the LFS. You like to ride the coattails of their success. You like to keep on bragging about some amateur boxing match you had months ago that has nothing to do with FTW or promos, period. And you wonder why you keep losing. Not only are you pathetic, crybaby bitch, you're also just a little too dumb to know what you need to do to get better. You keep on repeating the same mistakes over and over again and keep on wondering why you have the same results. You're pathetic. You're an idiot. You're a loser. And you are by far the least talented person in FTW. And I truly mean that. So you got a lucky win. A win that I don't even think you deserve. And that's why I say you're the least talented person in the FTW. And you come out talking more shit than even Rig himself. As if it's justified, but we all know it's not. We all know that you're not good enough to be talking all the shit that you do, and that's why I stepped up to do what I'm gonna do to you. And that is absolutely demolish you and show you what nightmares are made of. And when I get done beating you from pillar to post and I leave you bloodied and beat in the ring, you're gonna be so scared, you're gonna try to run away like the story says, where you go over to the second little piggy's house. That house of sticks that you think is going to protect you from the big bad wolf of the FTW. But we all know that it's not going to help. But unlike the classic story, I'm not just going to blow it down. I'm going to burn it down with both of you in it. And when I'm done doing that, I'm going to dance over all of your ashes. And that's just going to be the next step that's going to happen. As all the little dominoes that are the LFS start falling down one by one. And it's going to be all courtesy of Chaos and the rest of the members of the Elite Alliance. You see, we're like a pack of hungry and angry wolves. And we look at the LFS and we see a whole bunch of snacks just ripe for the pickings. FTW Universe, it's been fun. But the fun is not over. LFS, Hollywood Haywood, you're all next!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match by a good margin is the returning Chaos. Congratulations, Chaos, and congratulations to the Elite Alliance for getting the War Games advantage on March 5th. Now, we're going to turn our attentions back to the era of reality versus Lifeblood as we have Steel and the Mad King for a War Games press conference. Gentlemen, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, everything that has led up to this moment between the era of reality and the Lifeblood is going to come to a head at War Games. And right now what we have is a parlay between myself, the Mad King, the architect of fantasy wrestling, and Mr. Steel, one of the greatest performers of all time. And we've decided to let hostilities, put those aside for now, and have this press conference. So I want to say first off, welcome, Mr. Steele.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Mad King. It's nice to actually have a sit-down, face-to-face conversation without the threat of being hit by a chair.
Yes. That is a thing. The threat of being hit by a chair, though, is only postponed because once War Games happens, anything goes, and you know that.
Yes, sir. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, and I'm expecting the worst from you guys.
As am I.
So first things first, we do have these one-on-one matches for the advantage in war games. And advantage in war games, as you know, is incredibly important because the team with the advantage is going to be able to double team the other team for at least the duration of the duration of the period till the other people come out.
Very much so. And, you know, mere seconds can mean a difference in what we do.
Exactly. And, you know, that's all it is we work on a time business. And because we work on a time business, every second counts, just like you said. And so making the most of moments, including moments like these, is incredibly important.
Exactly.
So I know my guys pretty well. And I've seen your guys in a number of different organizations and so on and so forth. What do you feel like the Lifeblood brings as an advantage over Air of Reality?
Well, honestly, I think the Lifeblood brings the fact that we aren't afraid to say what's needed to be said despite the reactions the fans or management or admins might have. We've always been, all four of us have always been a very controversial bunch, not afraid to push the limits. We've all four been in trouble multiple times for going too far. And as Young Gun has showed in recent weeks, sometimes going too far is necessary to get your point across, I guess.
Yeah. And speaking of Young Gun, you know, Young Gun is a strong up and comer here in FTW. He is the first Turbulence champion. I mean, you're working with us, you know, you guys bring a solid championship pedigree, you know, but I'm not so sure that you guys know our championship pedigree. I mean, right now you are looking at the FTW prediction world champion. I mean, that's the best of the best when it comes.
It is, and you've had a great career in FTW Prediction League. I'm well aware of that.
Yep, and first FTW Tag Team Champion.
Yep.
Yep.
Very,
Which, of course,
very true.
there's a conversation for another day between me and you as that relates. So
very much so. But you've had an impressive career that I won't deny, and you are a very vital part of EOR. That is not in question at all.
Yeah. And I want to let you know that, you know, I've been following your career and I've learned a lot about you as well. And then, you know, one of the things I can say about you and the rest of the members of the Lifeblood is that the Air of Reality is not taking you guys lightly. Okay. You know, we've had to do homework on you guys. We've had to watch your previous matches. We had to see what you guys are all about. Because here's the thing, when you step into war games, preparation is key. If you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail. And we have no intentions of failing.
I can respect that. As Sun Tzu once said, if you don't know your enemy, you will never know victory.
There you go. That's very true. And you got to remember, like, you know, when it really comes down to us versus you, this isn't just some run-of-the-mill team battle that you can have at this pay-per-view and then the next one you just move on from. This is what may be two of the top teams anywhere. You know, you guys have been incredibly successful everywhere that you've gone. You guys have dominated in numerous places that you've gone. And you guys are coming up against us who, for what it's worth, I think we probably are one of the few teams that match you in that area.
I'll agree. I mean, there's without question in my mind that EOR and the Lifeblood are the two most dominant, aggressive, and successful tag teams in the promo world today, without question. I mean, we both hold pedigrees and all kinds of E-Feds, singles and tag team accomplishments.
Very much.
None of us are slouches. So, I mean, what the fans are about to witness is going to be brutal. It's going to be intense. And, I mean, our two teams, we won Match of the Year last season in FTW.
Absolutely.
So that's just a precursor of what could happen.
And that was just half the group that's going to be in War Games. So,
exactly.
So, you know, I mean, what do you feel like the Lifeblood's ace of the hole is? I mean, I know for EOR, it's always, for us, it's Vagabond. You know, Vagabond is the newest member of EOR. And Vagabond is that guy. He's probably the most unpredictable X factor in all of fantasy wrestling right now.
I can agree with that. I'm very interested to see what Vagabond brings to the table. And for Lifeblood, I would say our X factor would be the dictator of destruction, the master of mutilation and macabre, James Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this man went as far as trying to run over Hollywood Haywood, ending his life almost and pissing on the man to try and win a match.
That's totally acceptable. When it comes to Hollywood Haywood, I mean, I know a lot of people who probably have that same sentiment. You know, but we're not here to talk about Hollywood Haywood, because the sad part about it is, even though Hollywood Haywood is in his own War Games match and is currently the FTW champion, there's not much doubt that of the 8 of us, any one of us could probably take that title from him.
That is very true. That is very true. I will not dispute that fact. And it's interesting that he has stayed away from all 8 of us since his little tussle with the EOR and the Tournament of Power.
Exactly.
But that's another discussion.
That's another discussion, right? We're going to deal with that afterwards, because, you know, right now, you know, I find that, you know.
Now, if I may, I would like to ask you a question. Do you feel that the EOR's greatest strength going into this match is?
The EOR's greatest strength is definitely our teamwork. I mean, you look at the fact that you have great success individually, of course, but there's a certain teamwork. I mean, you guys, people saw it when it came down to the EOR, just me and Mr. Wallace in the tag team Tournament of Power. And you can see the way that, you know, there's a chemistry there, you know. And one of the things for us if we get the advantage, you get to see that. But if we don't have the advantage, the fact that we can come back from, you know, deficit, from beatdowns, the resiliency that we have, we bounce back.
I can respect that. I can respect that a lot.
You know,
I mean, it's good to be able to say, you know, your brothers and your teammates, the warriors standing beside you, and you can trust them with your backs.
Exactly. And, you know, we also got a lot of weapons. Let's just be honest. We're about to take a lot of stuff into this cage, into War Games. And like you know, it's going to be brutal. You're prepared for that. You know what's going to happen. You know that we go in there, we're not going to come out the same.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter how much respect we have for each other outside of that cage. Once that door shuts, I got to take you down. It's just the way it has to be.
It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we can have as much respect for each other as you said, but there are some things that need to be settled once that door is locked, and no one can be accountable for what happens except for the FTW management, because they booked this match.
Exactly. And in a match like War Games, you got to have eyes in the back of your head, on the top, on the sides, everywhere. You gotta keep your head on a swivel. It's like you never know when somebody just has some unexpected things for you. Just never know. You gotta expect the unexpected. You know,
very slick. I like that. I'll give you respect for that. That's very awesome.
So, you know, like you said, you know, we stay prepared here in the EOR, because the EOR brings the EOD, the end of days. And that's the thing that you guys have to look out for. Getting hit with the end of days is tough. Like, no one's kicked out of that. In countless.
I'm well aware. I mean, my very first singles loss in FTW was against Mr. Wallace. So I'm well versed on, you know, what to expect. And I won't lie, Mr. Wallace is probably the aspect that the Lifeblood is most worried about, because we've seen his smooth side. We've seen him get a little bit aggressive, but we don't know what he's fully capable of violence-wise, because he hasn't showed us that. He's held back and let you and Young Gun and Vagabond pretty much have free reign while he's tried to be the calmer head.
Exactly. And that's an important factor for us, because you can't show everything. You know, people didn't think that the Unpredictable or the Undisputed Era could handle War Games. Said these guys are finesse wrestlers. They're wrestlers. They don't know how to handle each other in a fight, and yet they've won 2 War Games matches. So, you know, a lot of times, if you go into this situation with the wrong kind of assumptions, you get beat up.
You do. You always have to cross your I's and dot your T's and hope your plan works. But as Mike Tyson once said, when you plans all well and good, you get punched in the damn mouth and then it's out the window. So
yeah. And it's gonna be a lot of people getting punched in the mouth.
Punches, kicks. Yep. I'm partial to a super kick, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I throw a few spears here and there. You know, this is the thing. Anything goes. And, you know, you and Young Gun, you guys kind of got into a little pre-scrap, and there was some situations that caused the EOR to get suspended because management decided to be a little bit soft instead of letting what happens happen. And so,
I mean, we could dispute management's position on that situation. I mean, I'm not one to say anybody's soft, but several superstars did reach out and they had their offense. I mean, one of them was Trent, though. So, I mean, there's not much salt you can put on his opinion, but
right. And you know, we got a lot in common still, you know. And I think that is what makes what's going to happen at War Games great, because we do have a lot in common. And I respect you and I respect what you've done. But that can only go so far, because I respect you enough to know that I have to hurt you, because you ain't going to just stay down for me. You know, I knock you down, you get back up. You that guy that, you know, you get knocked down 7 times, you get up 8. So I got to knock you down 12. And I'm letting you know now that you don't have to worry about what's coming from behind. You got to worry about what's right in front of you. And right now, what's right in front of you is me.
And I can respect that. I can. And there's no need for us to get up in each other's faces at the moment, because we're lucky enough, we're fortunate enough to be able to sit ringside and see these advantages matches play out. I mean, let's be honest, that's why we're here tonight.
Why we're here.
To see who gets the advantage and discuss it. And I feel like we both have valiant points to make. Both of our teams could surprise us. I mean, I know just as you do that we're both pulling for our teams.
Absolutely.
The way these matches add up and stack up, they may or may not have advantages. So I would love to hear how you feel about the way these matches have been paired up.
Well, look, I look at it like this. When I look at the matchups that we have set, these matchups, they're not made to put people that are the same against each other. You know, we don't have Wallace and Wallace and Briggy in there because, you know, oh yeah, these two guys, they match up on paper. We're not worried about who matches up on paper. We're worried about putting on what is going to be the best matches one-on-one to preview the entire match, because advantage or not, it doesn't matter until you step into the cage. We can have the advantage. It's not the problem. You know, once it's all said and done, once we have to step up from this point to the next, you know, the advantage matches, they're going to go the way they're going to go. War Games is going to go the way that we want it to go.
We shall see. We shall see. Yep. I like your confidence. I won't lie, but I'm not so sure that EOR has a definite advantage over the Lifeblood. I mean, I will give credit. You and Young Gun and Mr. Wallace are extremely talented. I do, however, question the experience level of the Vagabond stepping into the situation like this against somebody that's got 2 or 3 years experience on.
Right. What I'm thinking what I'm finding interesting here is that it's not much experience like a War Games match. You know, you can have all the experience in one-on-one matches, tag team matches, team matches, but War Games is its own thing. I mean, that's a sell. And two teams are going to go in. You know, one team, it might get carried out. So, I mean, as far as I'm looking at it, as far as it relates here, you know,
yeah, and you're right. There's not much experience to be had in War Games matches. The only thing I can compare, and I'm thankful that I can say me and Briggy were a part of the match and we had experience in it, was the 4-on-4 at Alliances. And that's as close as I can imagine to what War Games will be like at this moment. But I think it gave everyone involved there a little bit of hint of what's going to happen here.
Yeah, and that's right there. That's what these preview matches that we're going to watch. So, pull up a chair. Matter of fact, I'm going to order some things. Me and you going to have to retire from this part of the press conference. We're going to go into the skybox. We're going to cheer on our teams. And we're going to see what happens.
We can do that. This parlay lasts until tonight's show is over. So we can pop a few bottles, maybe smoke something, and
there you go. I'm with you.
Enjoy the show, because I know all 6 men, they're going to put on one hell of a show. Absolutely. I promise you, FTW.
We have no doubt about that whatsoever. So, ladies and gentlemen of the FTW universe, we are going to end this press conference on a high note. This isn't going to end like some WWE contract signing. It's not going to end like some segment where we got to fight, because you guys are going to see the fight at War Games. But for now, the parlay will continue. And we're going to see our teammates in the ring tonight on Turbulence.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, there's no tables to flip. There's no reason to act like savage alpha males. Let's do this like adults and may the best team win tonight.
Absolutely.
Some strong words from Lifeblood's Steel and Air of Reality's Mad King 2 weeks prior to their War Games match at the War Games Super Show. And now let's transition back to the matches, because right now we have match number 2 to help to decide the advantage for the Air of Reality and the Lifeblood. Inside of War Games, we have Vagabond taking on Logan Wade. Down to the FTW Premier Promo League ring we go. Gentlemen, take it away.
You know, the only chance you have of winning this is if you come right now. Come on. Come right now. Hit me, sneak behind me. Hit me in the back of the head. Hit me from behind like the bitch-ass coward you are. Come on, let's go. Let's get it over with. I didn't think you wanted to do that either. Have you thought about doing that?
No.
I didn't think so either. It wouldn't be the best thing for you. But see, you fucked up by doing my boys that way. Let me ask you this. Do you think you're going to win this?
No.
I didn't think so either. Do you think it was smart doing what you done?
No.
You're answering your own questions. What can I say? Vagabond. You know, if you had any sense at all, you would just call yourself Vagabond. You know, because you're going to bomb at this promo. I'm going to drop a bomb on top of your fucking head. Hell, at least it would have sounded cooler, Vagabond. Were you going to bond? You bonded yourself with those rejects that you run around with. To be honest, you're kind of like the weak link there. The other guys are much, much better, and why do they keep you around? I don't know. I guess it's because you have the fucking Piper. I don't know. I'm trying to give you credit where credit's... Fuck am I doing? Credit's not due to you. Fuck you. In your lives, when you took over the Reverend's Church House production, whatever the fuck that was a disaster. Whoever put that shit together. Anyway. Someone said that you guys were tired of sitting in the back and being put on the back burner in the house you built. If you built said house, then you put yourself on the back burner. So if that was your reasoning for doing what you have done, then that's your fault. That goon squad you're running around with, maybe you should start pointing fingers at them. But the Lifeblood came in here, started getting all the recognition because they came in dominating day after day and night. Hell, how many awards did they win at your little funky ass award ceremony? It just about cleared the table. How many of those awards did the exotic oral rejects win? Yeah, I didn't think so. And how long have you guys been around? Not long enough to be an established faction. Not long enough to build yourselves in any positive way. But you have been here long enough to piss me off. You have been here long enough to earn an L from Logan Wade. You yourself give your team nor FTW an advantage. You do nothing for anyone. Where I came in to save Lifeblood because they were fucking jumped like fucking cowards you are. God, it just fucking irritates me. You're not even man enough to do it to somebody's face. You're not even human enough to call someone out. But you have to go down like a bitch ass coward. It'd have been so simple had you done 1 versus 1. It gives you no honor to do what you've done. Had this happened in my backyard, oh, there's one faction that I know would be licking their fucking chops. Tonight wasn't personal. Tonight was fucking business. War games. That's where it's gonna get real fucking personal. So go ahead. Prepare yourself. I'll show you mercy now. But when I get all of you collected, it'll be the end of EOR. But you see, I'm not just a backup. I'm the bomb that you wish you were. I am the nuke that sets these teams apart. You're nothing more than a coward hiding in a bunker. And I'm coming.
What I got to remind you that I run this shit.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? FTW. Everybody is talking about the era of reality. Everybody's talking about trying to take them out, but what they don't understand is that they're talking from an outside perspective, looking from the outside, looking in. Oh, it's a sad tale. I told you! We exposed a fundamental flaw that lives within this entire company, this entire roster lives in you. Everybody is shook. Everybody is afraid of us. You got Lifeblood talking about they're gonna take us out at war games. Unfortunately, what they don't understand is you can't take something out that is absolutely unstoppable. You can't take out something that you can't stop, man. It's just like evolution. We are a mystery. A change that absolutely no one sees. It's gonna be a real bad day for y'all when War Games comes around. And speaking of War Games, I go one-on-one with Logan. Oh my God. That is the worst mistake anybody could possibly make by putting this man against me, the motherfucking Vagabond. Let me tell you something, Logan. Do you know what true fear is, my friend? It's a simple yes or no question. If you say, no, I don't fear you, I understand completely. Because your mind isn't open yet. It's not willing to accept the reality that this is your goddamn demise. This is the endgame scenario. Your worst nightmare coming to reality. You're against us. Standing against us is very, very foolish, very dangerous. I don't think you should do this. I don't think you can stand across the ring from me. Standing across the ring from me is dangerous. Do you want to know why? Because I get crazy. I get twisted. I get devious. I get cruel. I get so fucking cruel. Because when that bell rings, there's a little something that just happens to me. When that bell rings, I become something else. When that bell rings, lights go out. I turn into a horrifying creature because when that bell rings, it is going to be your absolute demise. When that bell rings, it's going to be your absolute slaughter. When the bell rings, it's going to be your destruction. And anybody who stands against the era of reality will face the same. There is nothing you can do to stop the era of reality. We are going to take over. This belongs to us. And there's not a damn thing anybody can do to stop us. It's only the beginning. This is only the starfield. This is just the era of reality. This belongs to us. Logan, oh my God, more Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner convincingly, Vagabond. And with a 2-0 lead, the era of reality is guaranteed to have the advantage in their March 5th War Games match at the War Games Super Show. Now, we're going to turn our attention to a little bit different feud, but quite the feud that's been brewing here in the FTW Premier Promo League universe. We are going to see Sir Captain taking on BoJack Grizz. To the ring we head. Gentlemen, let's see if we can get through this match without any distractions.
Things everybody knows is true. But you got a couple things. Automatically puts you up a notch just by mentioning my name. Just by uttering the word BoJack Grizz. Well, Sir Captain, I finally come face to face with your sorry ass. How's it going, buddy? What do you got to say for yourself now that you can't run, that you can't go anywhere? And before you start talking to me, man, brush your fucking teeth because I smell the goddamn farfignugan or falafel or whatever the fuck it is that you've been putting down your fucking gun hole and it's fucking making my eyes water. Jesus. Man. You gotta do something about that, man. You Germans, man. I don't know how you guys talk about having culture when you come in looking, smelling, breathing like that. Jesus H. Christ, man. I talk about uncultured culture, man. I don't know, man. But anyways, I digress. How are you doing?
Who the bloody hell do you think I am? I'm bloody British, you twat. And anywho, just so you know, whenever your boy Cap rocks up and gets in your face, he does exactly what he says he's going to do. And I will run you through, like I have everyone else that's got in my path. Trust me, son John, you don't want to see me when I'm angry, because I will teach you a lesson or two. Yeah, boy.
Oh, sorry, Governor. Didn't mean to insult your intelligence. I'm sorry, you're British. I'm sorry. Who the fuck cares? Guilt by association. From across the pond is from across the pond. Uncultured is uncultured. Now you try to sit there right across from me and you show up looking like Grimace from McDonald's. You're gonna run through the roster like that You're not even dressed for a fight, bro. I'm right here. I'm right here. Let's knuckle up. Let's fucking do this right now. You and me. How about I just grab you by the tie and I just yank it, pop it up until that fucking head gets big like Mr. Mackey from South Park, and I'll just choke the fucking life out of you until your goddamn head explodes. How about that? Look at me. Look at me when you address me. You are not dressed for a fight. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It looks like you showed up alone. What are you gonna do looking like a businessman ready for a fight?
I suppose you got a point. So, if you want to go toe to toe with your boy Cap. Oh, wait. You thought I was alone. Smile for me, sunshine.
Oh, my brother, what's up? Oh, what's the show looking like tonight, boss?
What's up, brother? Yeah, I ain't doing much, man. Just back here watching the show, fucking getting ready.
Yeah? How do you think BoJack's gonna do tonight?
Man, him and Sir Captain's actually down there right now.
Oh, he's on his way down there now? All right.
Nah, bro, he's already down there. Wait, who the fuck? Would you look at this fucking shit? Coward-ass Germans. And they got backup.
Wait, who's down there?
Fucking Purge is down there with his little bitch ass. They can't fight a fair fight, don't you know this?
What the fuck? You know what we gotta do, boss? BoJack showed me his respect. Time for me to go show him mine. Let's go.
Shit, you already know I'm down. I got a score to settle with that little fucking bitch ass Purge anyway. Let's race him out.
You took your tie off. Oh, you're fucking serious now, huh? Now you mean business. How you gonna take your tie off? I'm supposed to believe. Oh, you got yourself a weapon. Oh, you're gonna need it. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, you're not alone. Fuck, I'm alone. Fuck it.
I've been drifting down that open highway, finger in the air, cause I do things my way. The next town's where I call home. Yeah. I throw a shot glass down in a light of a smoke, always raise a little hell, never do what I'm told. I was born with that whiskey in my soul.
Not today, boys, not today. It is not gonna happen a second time. You got my boy Rig. You damn sure ain't gonna do it to my boy BoJack. So, let's see what happens now.
Hello, Purgy boy. That's right. Don't worry, BoJack, we got you back. Where's all you boys now, huh? It's 3-on-2. I don't guess you can count on quite as much as you thought, huh? Let's go.
Unbelievable. I knew shenanigans would happen. Thank God for Rig and for Heathen for being there to save BoJack Grizz. I cannot wait to see where this goes from here. And in all the chaos, the match ended in a no contest. So you know there is going to be a score to settle for these teams. Now let's flip gears here for a second. I've been talking about War Games all night, coming to you live on March 5th. Let's take a look at the event itself with this commercial for the War Games event. And again, join us at our next FTW Premier Promo League Super Show War Games taking place on March 5th. It'll be live here on Facebook as well as our YouTube channel. Now let's transition to our main event of the evening, which is another advantage match for the Era of Reality and Lifeblood. However, Era of Reality with the 2-0 advantage, like I said earlier, they do have the War Games advantage locked up, but in any event, we are still going to see this main event that sees Briggy, J Briggy, taking on Mr. Wallace. This is guaranteed to be an amazing main event. Down to the ring we go. Let's see some fireworks.
Well, here we are again, J Briggy versus Wallace. What is this, like the 15th damn time? But first things first, hang on real second. I know you brought the rest of your pussy squad with you. I've been through this a few times now. Where you at? Come on. Where you at, vagina boy? Vagabond, whatever. Where's your lead pipe at now, bitch? Where you at there, squirt gun? Huh? Come on, where's it at? Where's the happy queen at? Huh? Oh, you didn't bring your friends with you today, huh? You finally came and you're going to try to do the job on your own. What is this? About our 4th or 5th singles match now, and I've never had a one-on-one when your little bit squad didn't come try to jump in. Now this is a War Games advantage match. We're fighting for the War Games advantage to see who gets to come out first. But let's be honest, ever since Josh Steele and I whooped you and the Mad King's ass 2 different times on one damn day, you guys have been trying to get the advantage in this feud since then. Jumping us in several different matches, mid-match attacking us, taking us out during championship matches. So let's be honest, you 4, there's 4 of you bitches now. You 4 are trying to get the advantage because you know you can't take out the Lifeblood. You know you guys can't beat us. Because, well, we've already done this before. And now we added my brother Logan Wade to the mix. And Grimes, my brother's from another mother. Those 3 guys would do anything for me any day of the damn week. And now you have all of us ready to line you little son of a bitches up and knock you down. So, what are we going to do here tonight? How are we going to settle this? I can tell you how we're going to settle this. Me and you, Mr. Wallace, finally we go one-on-one. You didn't bring nobody else with you. It's just you and I. And at the end of this match, we're going to get ready for War Games. And that's where the true bloodbath is going to be. That is where we are going to beat the living dog shit out of all 4 of you. Everything you 4 have done to me and Steele in the last couple months is going to come full fucking circle. When we come into War Games and we bury you 4. You really thought it was a great idea to put us 4 in a damn match in a cage where you can't get out? Who thought that through? Oh wait, that was us who made that challenge because mama didn't raise no bitches. You want to keep coming after us, you want to keep jumping us mid-match, you want to keep coming, trying to take us out, but you can't get the job done. Bring 1 of you, it took 4 of you, it doesn't matter. And now when we're locked into that cage, and there's nowhere for you 4 to run, it'll be the last day, the funeral of the Era of Reality. Because War Games, I can't wait. Because everything that has been done to me, the bruises, the hospital visits, the blood that I've shed, all of that is coming around, and I am going to make sure you get it tenfold. I'm taking home a couple souvenirs that night, whether it be one of your fingers, maybe one of your ears, maybe I'll take one of your fucking tongues so I don't have to hear your shit anymore. But I can guarantee you that what we do to you for Era Reality will be 10 times worse than what you tried to do to us. You guys think you're these big street thugs, you can just run around, get your little lead pipes hitting people from behind. Yeah, we don't need none of that shit. We walk right up to your goddamn face, look you right in the motherfucking eye, and then punch you dead in your shit. And leave you laying in your own piss, your own blood, and your own damn spit. Mad King, I don't even know why you would want to come back to this after what we did to you. Mr. Wallace, he needed his little roadie, right? His little lackey, because he couldn't get the fucking job done by himself. Mr. Wallace, that's right. Mrs. Wallace, whatever happened to that sandwich? I'm still fucking waiting, boy. Well, tonight, we're getting the advantage in War Games. Tonight starts the road to us getting our revenge, some retribution. And now that I have all my brothers with us, we are coming for your heads. Because you already know that if you're not with the Lifeblood, that you're against us. And goddammit, you four have been the most against us since we have came to creation here in the FTW. Because let me tell you something, it takes $0 to punch all four of you bitches right in the mouth. And I love free shit. So we will see you at War Games, bitch.
Not tonight, Briggy, don't worry. See, I'm not gonna take this chair and slap it across your ugly mug. Not tonight, not tonight. I'll save that damage for War Games. Done enough damage on that melon of yours with this good old chair. But I think it's just time. It's overdue. Briggy, is overdue that I show you once for all that I've always been the better man. I know it. FTW know it. I can even go to your house and they know it. Since you the only one in denial that Mr. Wallace has always been a few levels above Briggy. But it's okay, it's okay. Denial is just part of the process. Eventually people come to reality, and tonight's your reality check. So come on. Bring it on, Briggy. Let me guess. You're gonna use those old tired out cliches and overused lines and you're gonna huff and puff and blow my house down, huh? Right, Brother Briggy? You're just gonna pummel me, huh? Leave me in a bloody mess. Beat me to a pulp. Come on. Use those overused tired lines like always. See, I got you figured out, Briggy. Let me guess. Mr. Wallace, you're a cheap shot artist, huh? You gotta use a chair because you're a coward. Because you're scared. And you're a bitch, huh? See, but what I find more funny than your old overused corny lines is the fact that you think that you have a chance of beating me. That you think you've been the better man. But I got one question for you, Briggy. What have you done that's been so significant here in FTW? Oh, let me guess. You and the Lifeblood have beaten EOR for the tag team championships, not only in FTW, but in Revolution and all in the same weekend. Bravo, we've heard that a million times. But maybe you need to get the lesson that still was taught when you went one-on-one with Mr. Wallace. Is that my wordplay is on another level. My verbal annihilation is so deadly that it makes people run away and they refuse to take a match with me. They rather no-show or fake sick
or do something to come up with some type of excuse not to catch this verbal motherfucking beat down. Again, Briggy, what have you done that's been so significant here? I didn't need a chair shot to become significant again. I was already significant. I've already been the top guy here. And I never needed a championship to prove that I was the top guy. In fact, speaking of championships, how in the hell has the tag team champions become so irrelevant here? You're welcome, Lifeblood, that your relevancy has been brought back by the EOR and in a few chair shots. You matter again. That's the difference between me and you, Briggy. See, anytime that I get my hands on championships, I automatically elevate them. They matter. People sought after those championships because they want the prestige that Mr. Wallace has put on them. So you still can't come up with an answer, huh, Briggy? It's okay. But the answer has already been set in stone that I was the better man. And when we get to War Games, the message will be loud and clear that EOR has always been those top dogs. Because EOR equals E-O-D. Little bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match is Mr. Wallace. In another amazing match, Mr. Wallace completes the 3-0 shutout in the era of reality, is guaranteed the advantage in their War Games match. As we saw earlier with the returning Chaos defeating the Young Buck, the Elite Alliance has the War Games advantage in their match on March 5th against LFS, where anything can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me tonight and remind you that in 2 weeks we'll be coming to you live with our War Games Super Show, March 5th. I also want to thank all of the groups that participate with us, that we coexist with. We really couldn't do it without any of you guys. I'm talking about PPA, I'm talking about Heart and Soul Promotion, Revolution, Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs, the FTW Prediction Universe. It is all out there, and we are happy to be a part of all of it. As always, you can check us out on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you see when our new content drops. From the FTW studios, this is Tyler Drummond signing off, reminding you to join us next week for Saturday Night Turbulence. Ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing weekend.